Welcome back to Magic Tarot Cards. It's Jasmine. This is your predictions for September 2025 for all zodiac signs. Let's see what comes in. Love, money, health, or anything else that might come in. All right. I'm going to do water signs first. I'm going to do all 4 elements. So this is for water signs first. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. What do you see for September 2025 for water signs? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I'm seeing the Hermit here right away. I'm pulling all of those. All right, so water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I'm seeing that you've been doing a lot of thinking lately, gone up on the hill like the Hermit, in your mind, thinking about how you can make things better for yourself. You're not satisfied with your current situation, whether it be a job or love relationship. You want something different. You want to move in a higher phase, but you just don't know how. You don't know how to get there. Seems like things that you try, you keep failing. You'll try it and then it fails or it doesn't work out. And you kind of feel stuck and you're kind of like in stagnation, or you feel you're in stagnation and you're like, well, how do I change this? You know, I want to change, but I just don't know how. So you up on the hill thinking, praying, meditating. But luckily you have the light to light your way, so that's a good thing. So we finally decided you're going to leave some stuff behind. I see a lot of you leaving jobs behind, jobs that you've been at for a long time, actually, and they don't serve you well anymore. Maybe you've been treated bad at the job, accused of stuff that you haven't done, or people talking about you, feeling very confined and restricted. There's a lot of turbulence here. These swords represent confinement, restricting, you know, jail time, things like that. So you want to move away from that. You want to get away from that feeling. You don't want to be in that mode anymore. You want something fresh, something new. So because of that, you're finding your balance. You're leaving things behind. You're finding your balance. When you do, you will find your balance. You'll be like the star here. She's got one foot in the turbulence, but she's stepping out of it onto the green part, which represents peace and calm. And then she's pouring the vial of life. This is the water of life into here and one over here, which represents balance. She's trying to balance her life out. And I do see that you will get there. Why? Because you have the Magician. The Magician now that you found your power, see, you have to get your power back. If you've lost your power because of a bad situation that's happened to you and you kind of feel like you broke, your spirit is broken, you can gain that back. You just reclaim your power, and that's what you're doing here in the star. You're reclaiming your power back. You're letting all that go. You reclaim your power back, and then you become like a magician where you can manifest anything. Okay, and once you get to that mode, to the Magician mode, you're going to have good luck, because then the genie appears. Once the universe recognizes that you've gotten your power back, you're ready to move on, you've left things behind, the genie will appear. And he's got 9 cups here, which represent everything in your life. You got love, money, health, relationships, stuff like that. He wears a white robe representing new beginnings. So he wants to give you a new beginning in all those areas of life. All right, so that is your September 2025 prediction for water signs, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Next, we're going to do earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What do you see for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn? Show me Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. What do you see for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn? Okay, so with Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, first I'm seeing the 3 of Pentacles. It looks like someone wanted your attention in some type of reunion contract. Maybe this had to do with money or a relationship, and the person had money. Or I seen a baby being born. Maybe you had a baby with someone. But then something horribly went wrong. It didn't turn out the way you wanted it to turn out, because that's why the 10 of Cups is in the reverse. And, you know, you happily ever after went the wrong way. Here you are happily ever after in the 10 of Cups, but now it's in the reverse. So looks like this relationship kind of fell apart. Didn't go the way you desired. Maybe you left because of that. Feeling some turbulence and you left. either you left or they left you, and then that caused the Tower moment. The Tower moment's when it's an unexpected event, because see, you weren't expecting this. You were expecting happily ever after, but it didn't come out that way. So then the lightning bolt strikes, and all these people fly to their demise, depression, darkness, and they're like, oh, you know, I didn't know this was going to happen. Woe is me. I want my life back, my name back. All right, so that's what that represents. And then the person you were married to was very sneaky, conniving. He was a trickster. Okay, they try to do bad things with not just you, but with other people. They lie. They promise you everything, but they don't deliver. All right, they promise you, you know, a good life, happy life, stuff like that, but they don't deliver because they're sneaky. They're tiptoeing away, making sure nobody saw them steal these swords. The swords represent your energy. All right, so because of that Tower moment, you found out about the trickster in your life. Well, again, you're leaving all that behind. You decided I've had enough. So you're like the hangman, moving up and out to a new phase. I get this a lot when people also pass away, because it means they're going up and out to a new phase. But the same with people that can hear, you're going up and out to a new phase. So that's what that represents. So you're moving higher. So in September, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have the realization of you want your life to change, and then something happens, and then the person pops up as the Seven of Swords, which is not a good sign to be, and then it throws you into a place, where you're moving up higher to a new phase. That was for Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Next will be fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, September 2025 predictions. September 2025 predictions. What do you see? September 2025 prediction. Wow, this always pops up for y'all. Okay, so fire signs, Sagittarius, or September. Look at all the swords. My God, you have nothing but swords. Okay, so this is a person that you were once involved in, okay, but they stabbed you in the heart. That with a third party, they cheated. They stabbed you in the heart, which caused much depression and crying. But it's in the reverse, because this is past tense. But they're coming back through. They want to tell you how sorry they are for causing you this type of trouble. They didn't know whether you had small children or older children, because you had just trying to get to know them. But anyway, they broke your heart. So that left you with the end of a karmic cycle. So that cycle ended with this person. This is when the way of living that you were living with is no more. Done. It's over with. Is no more. So that's the end of a karmic cycle. You felt jail time, depressed, sad, crying about stuff. Okay, I'm sorry. When Spirit talks, I have to listen. So, because of this sneaky person, okay, this person was sneaky. Let's start from here. This person was sneaky, so it came to an end. This person was very controlling, like the Five of Swords, very controlling, sneaky. They wanted to govern with their power of aggression. They wanted to control. They promised you peace and calm, and this green here represents peace and calm, but they didn't deliver it. It was very turbulent. Here's the water, all murky, very turbulent. So wherever they went, they caused this turbulence, and it made you throw down your swords and just walk away. So I'm seeing that with that person, which made you feel confined, restricted in your own life. It's like they took your last bit, and you didn't have, you know, money left. They didn't have any energy left or any thoughts left or anything like that. So that really threw you into a spin. And then you ended up like this, like the Ten of Swords, crying in your bed, crying what happened. You know, I thought this person loved me or whatever, but they didn't. So you end up crying. All right, but I'm here to tell you can turn that around and make your life better, because justice is here. Although justice is in the reverse, it will flip back around, and justice will prevail because you have someone new coming in. This is the King of Cups. All right, pray it in. Here's the card of prayer, pray it in, and you'll see how things will change for you. This is for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Next, we have air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius for September predictions. Let me turn these cards around, y'all. Oh, these cards are going crazy. All right, so air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. For September 2025, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Well, you got some reversals too. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. One more. All right, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. It looks like someone deceived you, or you deceived them. By them deceiving you, you deceiving them, vice versa. All right, so here we have the Fool. Now, you want to go on a new adventure, air signs, like this Fool here. So you're packing your bags and you're, walking along. You're like, oh, I'm so happy. I'm going on a new adventure. I want peace and calm. I want a brand new day. I want all these things. But you're not looking straight ahead, so you're about to fall off the cliff. You have warning signs here. This dog is warning you, barking at you, saying, stop, stop. And then you just kick it aside and you're like, I'm going on this new adventure. So you fall off the cliff because you're not paying attention to detail. Also, remember that not all the glitter is gold. So keep that in mind as well. And I see you working very hard for your money now. You're going to start putting all your efforts and all your thoughts in this money because you want to build your own empire. You don't want to follow in your father's footsteps either. So you're building your own income. So, yeah, you've gotten many awards, and but you're still going to work hard. You still have to work hard. You're very passionate and in deep thought. And, when you put in the work, it's going to work out okay for you. And then you have the reversal of the 10 of Cups. It looks like someone might have promised you a relationship or a marriage or some type of union, but it didn't go right. It went into the reverse, and now it's upside down. The whole idea is to flip this card back around. You're going to be moving in a new phase. You're like, you know what, I don't want this anymore. I want a new life, maybe a new person. I don't want to go back to the same old person. I want something new. So I'm seeing a lot of you doing that. You're going to move away from that phase and start something new. All right, so that's not a bad thing. I'm also seeing money that's stuck somewhere, money that's yours. Money's in stagnation, and you have your take on it. So let's talk about that. All right, y'all. And then, again, we have the... this is the 9 of Pentacles. This is making your own money. This is entrepreneurship. So if you put your head into it, you can make your own money. Okay, you can have your own business. See how fruitful that is? Look at all the fruit around her. All the green is peace and calm. Her robe is yellow, which means she produced this on her own brand new day. The bird is here to give you the message that, yes, you can do it. You can move forward with that. So I see a lot of you air signs trying to open up your own business, which is going to be a good thing. You can do it online because you can keep track of, who's coming in and out, who's giving you money. There's apps that do that nowadays. All right. So, yeah, that's a good idea. Thanks for watching. And if you want that person reading, text me and I'll get back at you. This is Jasmine from Magic Tarot Cards. All right, y'all. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. If you want a personal reading, text me and I'll get back at you. Bye-bye.